Hello, I'm in the new video of Dynasty War, and today I'm going to talk about a new playing style that I have been playing. I've been doing for probably the past couple of weeks in one of my main account. Ever since I got these two hero, after I awakened them, I've been trying to play them in many different ways, and finally I've got some success. I think it's a pretty strong combination, and I'll go into detail about the stuff that I have and what am I using them with. So the main um, the main contributors in this style is Overlord Sensei, and the other one is Goddess. Um, so both of these are my newest unparalleled hero, and after I awakened them, I've been playing them, and actually Overlord Sensei, I have been transcending him. I think he is level 66 for me right now. You probably will see in the video, in the clips I'll show later. So what is the idea of this combination? Well, obviously Overlord Sunset tank, and then Goddess will raise the rage of the other heroes to use their skill many times. Well, basically one extra time in a short period of time. With the addition of Lord, it makes it easier and better because I can put my Lord on passive, and the Lord can also do some extra damage as well. So let's take a look at these videos. So right here, I have two clips right here. Both of these are from World Tour. I picked the one that it's relatively successful, and you're gonna see what type of troops I'm using. I do have a sharpshooter Lord. His skill I think it's like 8 out of 15. Not very strong yet. I do have some equipment for him. I have the 40% damage and the recovery. Mainly that is the biggest thing. And then I'm also using Shooter Tai Chi. Now my bow cavalry are only level 5, so they're not extremely strong. So as you can see, my Overlord Sensei it begin to tank, Purgatory Tower, the Frost Chamber, and then the other three passive hero, which happens to be also Archer hero, will stay behind and use their skill. Hopefully at least twice with Goddess skill. You can see it earlier. It's really obviously the strongest here I have is Lady. Her skill is crucial in here because she deals the most damage as well as freezing the enemy hero for 6 seconds. So that is very important. I think these three combinations work relatively well. I'm what the three archer hero, three passive hero. So because Lady does a lot of damage, doesn't kill, and Lord can help out and kill the hero if they only have less than 2,000 HP, as well as clearing out reinforcement troops or the troops that they spawn because his attack is I think it hits 6 targets. It's area damage. Well, not area damage, but in the area he will pick 6 targets, and his skill will prioritize troops first. Now, Shooter Taishi also is very good for clearing troops or just clearing out trash buildings on the side. But mainly, I use these three heroes on passive. But most of the time, what happened is not all three of them are going to be inside Goddess buff, which is the sad thing because I spread them up pretty wide, so not every time you can get the buff for all of them. But in this battle, I think you can see all three of them are going to get the buff, and they're going to use the skill pretty quickly. Now, on top of that, Goddess also heals. So there's a lot of different ways to play Goddess and Overlord Sunset together because she can also heal his HP, and then he can eventually tank even more. So these two are the more successful battle, and that's what I'm showing off. But I'm actually going to talk about some negative thing about what I'm using with, mainly using Lady and basically three Archer hero. So there are other heroes that will um, fit Goddess better. Not necessarily Overlord Sunset. I just use Overlord Sunset to tank because you do need someone to tank for goddess and your 3 passive hero, because your passive hero, especially for my passive hero, they're archer heroes, so they tend to die easier. But what other heroes work really well with goddess is, the first one is obviously machinist. Um, if you have all the 777, obviously you want to use at least 2 of them. If not, I think machinists actually fit this my combination better than lady, because when my Overlord Sensei is tanking the Purgatory Tower, the Frost Chamber, sometimes lady will freeze these towers, which you might think is a good thing, but actually it's not, because 6 seconds later, these tower will redirect to a different target, which could be one of the 3 passive hero or even goddess. So that sucks. So freezing them, freezing the tower is not always that great. Or the other situation is when an enemy hero was lured out, so he comes out, and then you basically waste Lady's skill because she's just gonna shoot that one hero and will not get the benefit of freezing the other or even damaging other stuff. So Machinist will be really great because her cards will just go in and blow up the defensive structures along with whatever is next to it. And then, to replace Shooter Taishi, Zhuge Liang is obviously probably the best choice. Pretty much the same thing. Fast cooldown, especially now Zhuge Liang can be even faster with 11 seconds. And also Awakening skill heals himself. So it will be exactly the same thing as how I would use Shooter Taishi. My Shooter Taishi can heal, can do other stuff. But what his skill can do is he can also guarantee to clear out troops and attack hero as well, doing area damage inside the center of the base. So as you can see, it's much better when you have area damage. Now, my 3 heroes, including the Lord is the only one that can kind of do area damage. So obviously, if you only pick 2 heroes here, and then you have to pick your Lord, if you're gonna pick your Lord, probably Sharpshooter is the best Lord to use in this combination, because obviously the Warrior doesn't help. His skill is it's like a shield. Maybe the Astral can help, but that Tornado only does, or the Vortex only does like, it's 1 target per hit, right? So maybe it could help too, but you probably would want either the Sharpshooter or the Astral if you're gonna play like this. What other choices can be good? Obviously, I think Zhou can be very great because he has a very short cooldown as well. 10 seconds. And because his skill is purely area damage, a lot of area damage. 10 seconds, he can use his skill in very quick succession. Probably like in with 4 seconds inside Goddess effect, he can use his skill one more time. So you're gonna just have like a bunch of fireballs blasting in the middle of the base that can basically destroy a lot of the stuff. Mainly, you can have a chance to kill heroes behind something else, or troops behind, or towers or buildings that are together in a row. Mainly, you can also just hit the headquarter like this with at least 2 fireball per skill. So you're talking about like 2,000, 3,000 damage per skill to a single unit, single target if they're big, like the headquarter. Yeah, and then his transcend skill are not going to be that helpful, I don't think. Maybe, but mainly his skill is just very have a very big effect, big area of effect. So that's gonna help. What hero are not good with Goddess is sword hero basically. Any heroes that has to go really up close are probably not going to be that effective, because they tend to, even if you heal them, they can get killed very quickly. Because I have Zhang now, and I've tried it before. Obviously, Zhang now is worse because when he uses skill, he disappears, so he doesn't get the heal. He doesn't get the extra rage after he uses skill. So that's a little bit weird. Maybe Crescent will be better. I think he will be, because once he uses skill, he probably can kill at least 1 hero or kill a couple buildings, destroy a couple buildings. But other than that, I don't see. Obviously, you can use it with shield heroes like Zhang Fei, Crazy Juju, Tiger Sun Chan. That those might help, but we don't know yet. So I think right now I have been using the mainly Overlord Sunset and Goddess as my uh, main army composition because it just work. Even if it doesn't work, usually Shooter Taichi and the Lord will go far apart enough to clear out 50%. So it's a little bit of guarantee one flag. I have to enhance my troops because my troops are still really bad. Only the Tiger Warriors were maxed out in that video. Bow Cavalries were only 5-star. The Exploding Cattle is also 5-star, which makes it a little bit very difficult to blow up the walls if they have higher level. But I don't even think the healers are maxed out too. So there are many more ways to improve, and maybe when they release the Transcend for Goddess, this will become even stronger. But this is it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.